Does body count matter? We have a video from a TikTok creator called TheSovereignWoman. She believes it does not. We're going to play the video and I'm going to give you my reaction.
The joke will always be on men when it comes to the conversation about body count. They make such a big deal about it. It's such a requirement that your body count is low and you're not ran through and blah, blah, blah. But the reason why the joke is always going to be on y'all is because you are never going to know a woman's real answer. You're never going to know.
Okay, let's pause it right there. So she says the joke is always going to be on men because they're never going to truly know a woman's true body count number. Um, there's some truth to that, I mean, because obviously a woman could lie. But I mean, once you actually get to know a person and y'all start hanging out with each other, um, a thought is going to be a thought. I mean, it's only so long you're going to be able to hide that those types of tendencies. And also, a lot of times, people hang around the same social circles. That's why it's good. Like I said, I've never been a big fan of online dating because it's so easy for people to fake and finesse and try to, recreate themselves. But I mean, if you meet somebody in person, especially if y'all from the same city or even the same state, a lot of times y'all know the same people. So, like I said, y'all had the same social circles, and you could ask, like, what's going on with such and such. And people, trust me, people talk. So you're definitely going to be able to find out. You may not be able to know the exact number, but you definitely can get an idea if a woman is for the streets or not.
And the funniest thing about that is men are so oblivious to women and the ways of women that they really think they can look at a woman and tell if her body count is high or if it's low. A lot of men will.
I mean, you might not be able to look at her and tell. I mean, sometimes there are some telltale signs that a woman may possibly be for the streets, but just by looking at her, no, you can't know definitively. But like I said, once you get to know that woman, and then, like I said, ask around, you'll probably have a pretty good idea of what she gets into.
Marry a woman thinking she's good, not understanding how much she used to, what they say, bust it wide open and lay it wide back in her day. But because she carries herself as a classy woman and has been for the last.
No, a lot of these dudes know that their girl used to be for the streets, but they try to, reform. They try to turn a hoe into a housewife. And ultimately, in the end, it always winds up coming back to burn them. These dudes know. Like I said, there's plenty of dudes out here who marry porn stars, all types of OnlyFans women, and ultimately, it never ends well. So it's not that a lot of these guys don't know. It's just that they're suckers and simps. That's what it is.
10, 15, 20 years, you think she's a good girl. I can assure you that the women who you think are good girls aren't. And they never were. They may have changed or something, but they're not the innocent, pure woman or women that you think. And the women who you think are the most promiscuous because she wears booty shorts or she's always twerking or whatever, those be the women a lot of times that men cannot get ever. Like I literally.
I mean, I somewhat agree with that. A lot of times, when you go out, the woman that's with the sheer top on or dress on, she just wants attention. A lot of times, that's the woman that does have a man or a boyfriend at home, but she just want to see if she still got it. So, I mean, I kind of there is some truth in that. I do agree with that point.
Can use myself as an example. I will hop on a plane, go to Miami, put on some fishnet stockings, some booty shorts, and just be twerking all up and down the Miami Strip. And when men see me, they think, oh, she's probably easy. Look at how she's acting. Zero men get my phone number. Zero men even get my attention. Most of the time, I tell them I'm gay or I'm.
I mean, that may be the case. You may not give their number out, but honestly, a lot of them dudes wasn't going to take you seriously anyway. Quite honestly, I mean, just off the way that you dressed and you twerking up and down Miami, you got sheer stockings on. No one looks at that and like, man, that's going to be my wife. No, they looking for something for the night. So,
I'm married or I'm terrified of men. Whatever I feel like saying in that moment, depending on the guys, you'll never get me. Imagine thinking I'm a whore, but you can't even get this whore. This whore won't even give you eye contact.
I got a feeling this woman got a lot of trauma and a lot going on in her past. I could see it in her eyes. I could hear it in her voice. A lot of pain.
Right? The joke is always gonna be on y'all, right?
She seems like the type that gets off on rejecting men. Yeah, like it does something for her. Yeah, I'm definitely picking up on that type of vibe from her.
Women know how to twerk, dance, drink, be yelling "Hey" at the club, and be doing all of that all day, and no man can get her. None. Like
That's cat. It's not true.
literally none. Good luck, right? So y'all really don't know, and you'll never really know, right? Y'all will put so many emphasis on, oh, her body count has to be low, and it's like you're never going to. I can't say this enough. You're never going to know unless she decides to tell you the truth, right? Steve Harvey said, no matter what.
Man, anytime I hear a woman quote Steve Harvey, I already know where this is about to go. It's about to go left, man. Steve Harvey, my lord.
But your number is never over three. Anything over three, no matter what age you are, no matter how many times you've been married, no matter how many baby daddies you got, three.
Steve Harvey, come on. I don't know why women still choose to quote Steve Harvey. He's literally one of the biggest simps probably in history. If we look at his wife, what's her name? I think Majora or something with an M along those lines. She was married to a former drug dealer. And then when he went down and got locked up, she got with his distant cousin and had some kids by him too. So she was for the streets. I mean, his wife literally, like this is a terrible example. His wife is literally for the streets. And Steve was a sucker and simp and was trying to get with her for a minute and finally cuffed her.
Okay, that's your answer, right? And I'm not saying I've ever said three, but I'm just saying even a man said to not
You didn't know damn well you didn't use 3. Stop the cat.
tell men the true number, because men can't handle it. There are men out there who can't handle the fact that you had a past before that they even met you. They're mad that they didn't meet you 10 years ago because you had a baby daddy or you were married or something. Like y'all can't take these men seriously, and so I think guys need to humble themselves, and y'all need to get over y'all insecurities and grow the fuck up.
You know what's so amazing to me? When a woman wants a man making a certain amount of money, a certain height, whatever it may be, a woman would be quick to tell you, that's my preference. You can't get mad at me because that's my preference or that's what I choose. But when a man say, hey, I want a woman that has a low body count, I don't want a woman that's been out for the streets, now you're insecure and you got to just get over it. Amazing. Amazing.
A woman is never going to tell you her actual number. And the women who actually do have a low number, like that's one or two, or three men in her whole life or whatever. Those are women you most likely, if you care about body count, you're not going to get women like that anyways. They're not going to be paying you any attention. Chances are they're probably still married to the same person from high school for the last 30 years.
So basically, she's letting you know that the dating market is trash.
Anyways, so you're not going to get those women. You can forget it, right? The pure women that y'all want are children, basically. So good luck with that. Better luck next time, I guess.
Oh man. All right, let's get into the comments. Let's get into the comments of this video, see what they're saying in here. Okay, ran through is an energy. Trust me, we know when a woman is ran through. Facts. Spoken like a bot. Yeah, she did a lot of telling on herself in this video, if you ask me. It matters and it always will. She responds, so sorry to hear that. Good luck to you. It's a lot of 3 or 4s that are happily married. I mean, I would say, that's true. It's a lot of suckers and simps out here. Nope, we can tell. Somebody called her a final bot boss. I think that'll be an accurate assessment. Gentleman said, it matters to me. Someone says, you're right. You can never know for sure. That's why a lot of guys are just opting out. Why take a chance? Wow, that's deep. Not. Never ever going to know. This is from a woman called Kitty Cat. That name tells you everything you need to know about her. Retired King says it matters. Jackson Ford says we know this already, which is why most of us don't ask. We just watch behaviors over long periods of time. The time always tells, but this mindset is why I'm glad I'm married. Very true. Like I said, a thought is only going to be able to act so long, man. Like I said, once you start hanging around, getting a vibe, it's going to be very easy to pick up on. BP says, I tell dudes they'll never know, just enjoy who she is. I mean, that's fine if you're not taking her seriously, but if you want this woman to be your wife, eventually the mothers of your children, brother, it's imperative that you run a whole check, a whole facts. Body count doesn't matter. Is he or she is truly into you. Okay, you can believe it if you want. But if it's the same guy for years, doesn't make any sense. They can't don't lie when you get through talking. We definitely know. So basically, it's a common consensus that most men say actually it does matter. You got a few women in there said yeah, agreeing with her, and think it's funny that men will truly never know. Let me know what you think in the comments. Men and women, does body count matter to you? Let me know in the comments. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share.